Coronation Street's Connor Swain family are about to be hit by one of their most dramatic storylines yet, as Betsy is taken to hospital after a shocking incident. The cast have been hinting at this plot in interviews for several months, and viewers are becoming increasingly curious ahead of the emotional episodes airing next week. As speculation continues over what happened to Betsy and why her boyfriend Dylan becomes caught up in the situation, here is everything the soap has revealed so far. Liam McCheyne recently revealed that Dylan would be at the center of a major storyline with Betsy in 2026. He explained that it would be a significant year for the character and that he was excited to tackle a powerful issue-based plot alongside Sidney Martin. He described it as a coming-of-age story and praised the show for handling important subjects so well. A few weeks later, Sidney Martin also spoke about the upcoming storyline and said she was thrilled to finally have a major plot of her own. She explained that Dylan and Betsy have already faced many challenges together and teased that viewers would see both touching and humorous moments because of how different the two characters are. She added that she was looking forward to audiences seeing a new side of both characters during a busy summer on the show. Vicky Myers later confirmed that Lisa would play a major role in the storyline. She said that because Lisa is Betsy's mother, she would naturally be deeply involved in everything that happens. Vicky hinted that the story is extremely powerful and described it as a huge challenge for both young actors, adding that she was excited to see them showcase their talent. Official spoilers released this week revealed that Ryan calls an ambulance after discovering Betsy unconscious on the kitchen floor at number 6. At the hospital, she undergoes an MRI scan and later suffers a seizure. As tensions rise, Dylan is stunned when he realizes that Lisa believes he may be responsible for Betsy's condition. The exact circumstances remain unclear, but by the end of the week, he becomes hesitant to visit her in hospital. Betsy's friend Lauren Bolton also turns against him, refusing to serve Dylan and Sean at the Rovers after rumors about the incident begin circulating. Lisa decides to treat the situation as a criminal matter, while Dylan insists that Brody may actually be the person connected to what happened. On Wednesday evening, ITV released a new promotional clip showing Carla arriving at the hospital and finding Lisa sitting beside Betsy's bed. An ITV spokesperson added more mystery by asking what had happened to Betsy and why Dylan was becoming the target of blame as her condition deteriorated. The spokesperson promised that the truth would be revealed as Lisa demands answers. Accusations intensify, and Betsy struggles to cope with a life-changing diagnosis. Producers are keeping many details secret, although they have hinted that the storyline explores a subject that has never been portrayed in a soap before. Meanwhile, Kate Fitton offered one final teaser on social media, telling fans that they were not prepared for Sidney Martin's performance and saying she was incredibly proud of her friend. Sidney responded by saying she felt lucky to be surrounded by such supportive people. Fans will have to keep watching to discover the full truth behind Betsy's hospital drama. Coronation Street's Ross finds new romance, and Cassie is furious. Ross is set to create even more trouble on Coronation Street after his unexpected new romance leaves Cassie Plummer stunned. The mysterious newcomer made his first appearance on the ITV soap this week, and Cassie was left speechless when she finally realized who he really was. Earlier, she had been chatting and flirting with the stranger in the pub, but the encounter quickly turned unpleasant before he walked away. After noticing the name printed on his bar receipt, Cassie immediately recognized him and was visibly shaken by the discovery. Viewers soon learn the truth when Ross is introduced to Weatherfield residents as the long-lost biological father of Tyrone Dobbs. As the story unfolds, more details about Ross and Cassie's complicated history begin to emerge. Upcoming scenes also suggest that Ross is putting pressure on Cassie, leaving her feeling threatened. Desperate for advice, Cassie opens up to Bernie Winter, who encourages her not to let Ross intimidate her and to stand her ground. However, another surprise soon awaits Cassie when she discovers that Ross has started seeing someone new. At the same time, Steve McDonald is caught off guard by unexpected news, although it remains unclear whether it is connected to Ross's latest relationship. Coronation Street viewers are in for a major surprise over the next 2 weeks as Christina Boyd's biggest secret is finally exposed. It turns out she has been struggling with a serious spending addiction, raising questions over whether her relationship with George Shuttleworth can survive the truth. In recent episodes, Christina has been acting suspiciously, disappearing without explanation, and repeatedly lying to George about where she has been. Many suspected she was having an affair, but the real reason behind her behavior is something very different. As the storyline unfolds, more details emerge about Christina's past, revealing that the roots of her financial problems stretch back many years. According to Amy Robbins, Christina once enjoyed a comfortable lifestyle. She believes Christina's former partner provided a stable and luxurious life before everything changed. After her circumstances deteriorated, Christina found herself struggling financially. Before moving to Weatherfield, she had been living on a friend's boat in Amsterdam, and simply covering everyday expenses forced her to rely heavily on credit cards, leaving her trapped in mounting debt. Another reason for Christina's deception is her determination to appear successful, even when reality is very different. She desperately wants others to believe she has everything under control, no matter the personal cost. Amy explained that appearance means a great deal to Christina. Small online purchases, especially jewelry and fashion accessories, gradually became a habit. Individually, they seemed harmless, but together they created overwhelming financial problems. Buying new items became a way of making herself feel better, but the cycle only pushed her deeper into debt. Before George entered her life, Christina continued making poor financial decisions that became impossible to escape. The biggest shock comes when it is revealed that Christina secretly opened credit card accounts using other people's identities, including Mary's name. The revelation leaves Mary devastated and furious, as she never imagined Christina would involve her in something so serious. Amy explained that Christina genuinely believed she could repay every balance herself before anyone discovered the truth. Although what she did amounts to fraud, Christina never saw herself as someone trying to exploit others. Instead, she convinced herself it was simply a desperate way to survive. Having spent much of her life relying only on herself, Christina developed unhealthy coping mechanisms that allowed her to keep going during difficult times. While her actions appeared dishonest from the outside, they were driven by fear and desperation rather than malice. As the truth spreads across Weatherfield, George refuses to abandon Christina and stands by her while others turn against her. However, his support may not last forever. Amy revealed that George sympathizes with Christina once she honestly admits her mistakes and insists she never intended to hurt anyone. He wants to believe she can change and is prepared to help her rebuild her life. Unfortunately, Christina soon slips back into old habits and begins lying again whenever she feels cornered. Rather than facing problems directly, she instinctively hides the truth, creating even bigger complications. Because George values honesty above everything else, this repeated deception places enormous strain on their relationship, leaving their future together increasingly uncertain.